Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Getting Off. I am your host, the patron saint of the perverse, the warden Mad Ritter, and I am here with my co-hosts for the return of one of our panel episodes, ladies and gentlemen. Starting all the way over to the far right, even though that's where she hates to be, she is host of the She Leads Showcase, Ms. Katie Kinsey Bay. Bay!
Hello.
Sandwiched right in the middle, just where he wanted to be, former co-host of me and Katie over at Smack and Raw, who abandoned us for Prettier People in Canada, SES Vince.
I did not abandon anyone. I was abandoned when I was left with a wrestling podcast to be on. And Kyle opened the little doggy door in the back. I was like, all right, I'm going to let you in. Just don't tell anybody. And then,
Katie, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he was over there before we ended that show.
I mean, there was like a whole like race and things like before he like left. So
you know what? I made house calls. But I didn't actually get like a room key until like after the doors closed down. That's Smack and Raw. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Speaking of the beautiful Canadians that he abandoned us for, how could you not? From Wallop Media, guys that I invited on the show specifically for various reasons, including the fact that, again, we're out here reviewing music, so why the fuck not have the people that we review music with all of the time? Kyle Joseph, how are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm happy to be here, and if I understand the theming of these types of movies, I'm just hoping to survive all the way to the end. I don't love my
Beautiful.
chances.
And last but certainly not least, Rylan Turner.
Hello, sir. Hello, ma'am.
Rylan's really focused. So
on Spider-Man, it seems like
I'm the first one to go. For sure.
Yes, you are. Well, it's you or me. It's either the slut or the stoner, one of the two. So Katie's our final girl. Always has been.
you're damn right.
I don't know. I might be the first one to go. I might just panic and freak the fuck out,
Oh yeah, Vince is dead within 5 minutes.
So for those of you joining us who are unaware of what this is about, we have decided to take our love of horror and our love of music and put them together just like the band Ice Nine Kills and review Ice Nine Kills' first horror album, The Silver Scream, and we went with the extended edition, the final cut, which the original has 13 tracks, clocking in at about 49 minutes and 43 seconds. The extra 6 tracks adds about another 20 minutes to it for a total of 19 tracks that we're going to go through. We're not listening to them live. Everyone listened to them ahead of time. And the plan is I am going to do kind of what we do over at Wallop Records. And if you haven't seen what happens at Wallop Records, whether it is Kyle and Joseph or Kyle and Ryland,
Kyle and Joseph.
I did that once.
Going head to head.
It happens all the time.
Or our beloved America versus Canada episodes, you need to go check those out. But I'm going to give us a track, and here are the rules. If you enjoyed the track, you will say it's slayed and talk a little bit about why you enjoyed it. If you didn't like it, it was DOA, and you tell us why you didn't. And if you're sitting in the middle, then it survived. It was a survivor. So those are your options for these songs. And we'll get right into it with the first track, unless anyone's got comments, concerns, or questions.
I wasn't sure what the rating scale was, so I just defaulted to spit, swallow, and gargle. So that's what my notes say. So if I accidentally say spit or swallow, excuse it.
That's fine. I'm used to you spitting, sometimes swallowing, so.
That's crazy.
On camera,
all right. So our first track is based on A Nightmare on Elm Street, and it is called The American Nightmare. Kyle, would you like to kick us off?
Sure. Why not? So this one, as is going to be the case for at least a few of them, was to my ear mostly noise. Not only am I not particularly a horror fan, I am notoriously not a fan of metal, and this is a quite hardcore style of metal.
It's called metalcore.
Yes, I am familiar with the different nomenclatures of it, but yes, metalcore is very far afield of my genre. There, so I will say about this song, there are definitely moments in it that I didn't mind. There was like towards the middle of it when it was like chorus slightly beyond. I didn't hate this. And I said you could probably find a version of this song that you could turn into a Cody Rhodes entrance theme, but um, this one is still going to it's DOA for me. I am sorry.
That's fine. Listen, so I forgot to explain this. Another reason why I invited everyone here is I had brought Ice Nine Kills over to Wallop Records, and Kyle had some very interesting opinions on songs I thought he was going to hate. There were acoustic versions that he absolutely enjoyed. I thought Rylan was going to really enjoy some stuff that he did not enjoy, and that surprised me. Vince enjoyed some shit that I didn't know if he was going to or not. So I was like, I need to get these three guys on because this is a very eclectic album as far as the first three tracks are very similar, and then we kind of go off into the weeds a little bit on some tracks, especially with the bonus tracks and the things that we do there. So I thought this was going to be a really interesting review. That is, I did expect that. I'll go next. So this is a survivor for me because I am judging it based on if the song makes me feel the movie. And the lyrics to this song, a lot of it is about slashing its way through the silver screen, which Kyle, by the way, I talked about how originally when I started listening to Ice Nine Kills, the screaming really wasn't for me, but it was the choruses that really hooked me and kept me listening. And then the
Right.
more I listened over and over and over again, I just kind of fell in love. I kind of wish this one had an acoustic like the next two do.
I
I think an
agree.
acoustic
This
version of
one I
this would
would
have
have
been
loved
beautiful.
acoustic. Yeah.
Yes. But because there is a few Freddy references a little bit in there, they do the parody of the 1-2 Freddy's coming for you in their own way, stuff like that. But it wasn't as on the nose, I guess, with the lyrics as far as who Freddy is and what his story is as the next two tracks are. So I'm gonna go with a Survivor on this one. Vince, what'd you think?
Okay, so first off, I'm not grading it on that kind of scale because with like the exception of a few horror films, I'm not really a horror guy. I'm not against it. I just like never like found the crowd to like, hey, let's go watch this film. So I've never actually seen a lot of the films. So
I
I
wanted
can't
everyone
grade
to
it off.
come in. No, I don't want you to grade it off what I'm grading off of. The goal
Mhm,
was to have you guys all listen to it and
mhm.
come up with your own reasons for why you
Right,
like,
right.
dislike, or are indifferent. So that's just how I went about it. You do
Mhm.
not have to go about it that way.
No, I know. And I was going to follow up by saying my metric to grading it, I just kind of based it off the song itself, just off like as a song in general, as a track, regardless of if it was supposed to link to Freddy Krueger, did it remind me of anything. I'll say this: the thing I didn't like about the song was like the creepy children voices towards the tail end. I can do without those, just because I've never been a fan of them, and I don't think they add anything to the song for me.
Wait till you have some
The
creepy children.
Uh, the beginning part where they were talking about getting ready for bed at a reasonable time, that's just not me. I couldn't relate to it, but I agree that it's a very true statement you should follow. I also wrote down, uh, similar to Kyle, it's like this would be perfect for a Cody theme if he joined Judgment Day back in the OG days when Rhea and all those and Damian Priest and Finn were there, and Dom was still just baby Dom. Um, Especially when he was in AEW and like bleached his hair, like not bleached his hair, dyed his hair completely black. Uh, I'm gonna say it slays for me because the first track out of the gate, I thought it did a really good job to kind of give me an idea of what Ice Nine Kills is gonna be about. Unfortunately, I did not know that they were gonna like take a detour on their like road after the first three
Hmm.
songs. So I was like, okay, so this is what we're getting into. Um, so based off of that, I'm gonna say I liked it. I'm gonna say it slayed. Uh, yeah, give it to Cody Rhodes if he ever turns heel and joins the Judgment Day.
Roger that. All right. Miss Katie Kinsey Bay Bay.
This is. Let me double check. Like, let me just go over all the songs again. This is my favorite song off the album. I don't know what it is
Okay.
about it. I also told Matt in advance I'm also basing this off of music videos. If there was a music video for the song, a lot of them did not have music videos, which is really sad because I think they could be fun. Because the way Spencer and Ice Nine Kills go about their music videos, most of the time, go very well with the song. And this one, like, you get Spencer dressed up as Freddy, you get like all of the teens offing themselves, but like it's actually Spencer. I love the little nursery rhyme because I mean Freddy's incredible, so like it makes sense. And it's also like the breakdown right before like the chorus where it's like it's just him singing and then the beat picks back up on when he says nightmare. I don't know what it is about it. It just like it gets you hype, me specifically. I love this song. So what do you say? Survivor? Slay? What am I saying?
Slay if you loved it.
Slay.
It's slayed. Yep.
Slay.
See, I did that just for you. And I even sent you that like a month ago. I was like, Slayer DOA.
A month ago.
Don't forget. I said don't forget. I did say don't forget.
Brother.
And you said you loved it. All right. Rylan.
This song was the first warning sign that this band had no restraint whatsoever. And it was the first track, so that was appropriate. The chorus is like really huge, and I will say, and like there are going to be things I'm critical about this album on, and it's just because this isn't my normal genre of music, but like the guy can fucking sing. Like if there's one thing that I will say about this guy is he can fucking sing. Sometimes I think he should do more of it. But we'll get into that. This track is kind of like that. There are moments on this song though that I do feel like this is like a Spirit Halloween staff formed a metalcore band. And I was just like, I was somewhat here for it, but also like I was just like, this is wild. This is and then I realized at that point, I'm like, all right, 18 more tracks. Here we go.
Listen, Katie can attest to this. I was with you. Like when I started my Ice Nine Kills journey, I came to her and I said, I wish there was more of Spencer just singing and less of the screaming. And then, like I said, eventually,
Screams.
The screamy screams.
Wait. So who introduced you to who?
So all right. So I don't know if did I introduce you to Ice Nine Kills, Katie, or had you heard them before? You had heard them.
I knew of them. I just didn't know like how deep their horror stuff went.
Yeah. I found it because they did a song for Scream 7 that Zoe loved, which is not obviously a part of this. And that is all singing. There is no screamy screams in that.
Beautiful.
And I was like, I had heard about, kind of like Katie, I heard about them. And I was like, fuck it, let me go dig in and start checking some stuff out. And they have a song on another album with the lead singer, Papa Roach. And I started there and I fell in love with that. And then it was all just downhill from there. I sent that song to a group chat. Katie and I were listening, and then we were both like, hey, let's go check out these music videos. And like before getting off the episodes, we just go on like an Ice Nine Kills deep dive together, listening to music videos and just enjoying the shit out of it. And the more I listened to it, the more the screamy screams didn't bother me as much, and I really started to enjoy them. And now some of the screamiest songs are some of my favorite songs. So that is the thing. But next up, we have Thank God It's Friday. Katie, I'm going to start with you this time.
As I take a drink, thank you. Again, I like this one. Music video, literally a camp, literally a Jason running around killing people with a machete and various other things. They're all in like camp counselor attire, which is fun. You also get like Pamela's voice kind of scattered throughout a few different times, I think. Like Curse of Crystal Lake. Like there's a lot of Jason Friday the 13th references in the song. And like you get a little piano, which is fun. Again, it's a sleigh.
All right, Rylan.
What the hell?
Are you okay?
The chorus is strong.
Okay.
The heavier parts in some point work. I'm not even a big Friday the 13th fan, so like I don't know what you want from me on this one. I just didn't. When the screamies.
I want your honest opinion of how you feel about the song. That's all I'm asking for.
All right.
Deal.
I did. I enjoyed this one low. I did not. This was not good. No, I mean, like again, like the heavier parts in the certain songs work for me. This is one of them. The chorus is good, but the chanting.
Which chanting part? The opening chanting or the ki ma ma ma, which is an
Yes,
echoplex
yes.
from. So that is actually from straight out of Friday the 13th. That so it's Mrs. Voorhees saying "Killer Mommy," and then they ran it through an echoplex, and that came out as ki ma ma ma, and that is kind of Jason's signature sound as he's stalking.
Well, as I mentioned before, I'm not a Friday the 13th person, so like this one did not hook me. This one's definitely what's the
DOA.
opposite of DOA?
DOA.
This is DOA for me.
All right, we got a sleigh, we got a DOA. Mr. Kyle.
Again, I didn't mind the chorus in this one, but I thought the verses were kind of weak and also very loud. Not weak in a noise sense, weak in a lyrical sense. And I think that the song, and this was not always the case, but I think this one tried to be grander and more epic than I think it was. Introducing some of the string sections towards the end, and it was trying to build to something that I just don't think it got to personally. This was a DOA for me.
Okay, fair enough. Honestly, I think if you were more familiar with the franchise, the lyrics probably would hit a
Probably.
little, yeah. And that's the thing for me. This is the track that kind of sets the tone of this is about Friday the 13th. From the camp counselor singing at the beginning to open it up in unison, and the lyrics, everything about his mom, the chorus, all of it is very Friday the 13th. It is very much Mrs. Voorhees and Jason, and I love it. So this is a sleigh for me. Vince?
So okay, I didn't mention it on the first time around. So before you went and just kind of straight up said what each horror franchise the song was supposed to be about or like in, that's kind of like the little mini game I was playing, is trying to figure out what horror movie. Some were clearly obvious. The minute I heard Crystal Lake, I was like, I never even watched Friday the 13th like that. But then again, also the title also kind of gave it away. You know, Friday the 13th. I'm gonna say this one's a sleigh. I enjoyed it. I like the chorus. It, like I said, this was probably like along with American Nightmare, like in the top three of the songs that I liked.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I thought we were going in a specific lane. I thought we were going down a specific road, and once we got to like maybe the fourth song or fifth song, I realized, oh no, they took a detour. I'm on the wrong like GPS coordinates. Let me try to get back on track. But this one was great. I enjoyed it. It's definitely a sleigh, hands down.
All right. Next up, we have Stabbing in the Dark. Rylan, this is the second time that you have listened to Stabbing in the Dark because we had it on Wallop Records.
It's
So
the
I'm going to
third
start
time,
with
technically,
you.
is it not?
Well, if you don't, fourth if you count the two acoustic versions, but this
Yeah.
version of Stabbing in the Dark, the harder version. So I'm going to start with you.
All right, I will slay this because it sounded better to me. I think being more familiar because of the fact that I had heard it before than than the first time I heard it. But that's like that's where I'm gonna leave that one. Is I because I had heard it, I knew it. It was already in my brain. So like there was part of me that was just kind of like when the chorus came, I was like, oh yeah, this is a good time. We're having fun. It's a horror podcast. All right. But no, I'll slay this for sure.
All right. Kyle, did this worm itself back into your brain as familiar?
So, and the thing about this one that is so tricky is and this is where I get the sort of counterpoint between this and the acoustic when we get to that, is that this one feels fine in pieces, but it's just a there's too much loud and too much obnoxious and too much whatever for me to sort of get on board with it. But again, there's pieces here that work. It just doesn't come together for me. This one is a hard one for me. I think just looking ahead in my notes, I think I'm going to let this one survive. I'm going to make this one a survivor because, cool buddy, we've got a road ahead, and
We do have a road ahead.
I don't aggressively hate this song. Like there's pieces here that are good. It sort of comes together. When we get to the acoustic, we'll talk about more about like the composition of it because I can sort of get my head around it more when I'm not being
Okay.
yelled at. But yeah, it's a survived, I think.
All right. This is a slay for me. Evil Dead 2013 is my favorite horror movie. Prior to that, it was the Halloween franchise. Michael Myers is my favorite iconic character. Again, this follows in the footsteps of Thank God It's Friday in the lyrics, basically taking you down the journey of Michael Myers. This is also one where, while it is a lot of screaming, you also really get to hear Spencer's voice, especially in the beginning, with what he does as he slowly sets up into the screaming, and it has a beautiful chorus. And uh yeah, no, fucking just I love it. I do. So this is a slay for me. Vince.
This one's so much of a slay. I'm gonna give it its own trilogy and slay it 3 times. It is my favorite song on the album. Uh, I had forgotten that this is the song that you had shared for us on Wallop Records. I was like, this one's good. I really like this one. I don't know why I like it. Maybe that's why. But no, I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was great. I put Michael Myers question mark. I wasn't sure, but you confirmed it for me. Halloween franchise. Yes, that makes sense. Yeah, no, it was great. I don't have too many notes for this one because I just kind of like sat there and just like listened to it, enjoyed it. I will say, I don't know if this one has a music video, but I am very much intrigued now to go back and like look at the music videos just to kind of see what they did with them and see how that goes with the song. But yeah, Stabbing in the Dark is the best song in this album, for me specifically. I don't know if I'm going to go back and listen to more Ice Nine Kills, but this one's not a bad song. It not only does it get a slay, it gets a swallow and an No Canada from me.
Jesus Christ.
All right. So
All the shows you've ever
Vince,
been on.
Vince, here's what I will tell you. The music videos for this album are a lot more low budget. Because of how well the music videos did for this album, they were able to convince the record company to up the production budget. The next album, the music videos are fucking insane. Like it's literally a string of mini movies that come together to make a full-length movie. But there is a narrative about him visiting a psychiatrist and all of this that kind of happens within all of the movie or in all of the music videos going ahead. That adds a little bit to the runtime. But yes, there is a music video for this. And yeah, I think if you did enjoy this, you and I should talk about Welcome to Horrorwood because I think that's an album you'd actually really, really enjoy. I prefer that one to this album personally. So, Katie,
we'll see.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I say we'll see. I think like I might. The only way I probably listen to the other album is if you tell me to like listen to it for like another one of these episodes. Short of that, I might just forget to like put it on my docket to do.
And don't think that that's not an option because it definitely is.
Gonna fucking happen.
Yeah. Katie, where you at?
So this was my favorite song in the album for a while, and then like I just grew to love American Nightmare so much more. But this is number 2 for sure. The music video, there is one. That it is this one where you like Matt said, like you get to see Spencer like seeing a psychiatrist and talking about his dreams, and the people in his dreams are like the band and the people who work in the psychiatrist's office and all of these things. So you get to see that, and this is him telling the story of how he was a child and Michael came in and killed his sister or whatever. So you get to see a shittier version of Michael Myers kind of running around. Again, low budget, but it's fine. I think this does a very good job of Spencer singing versus Spencer screaming. I think it blends together very well. Out of all of the songs, I think this is the one where it does it the best. And like you get like the police phone call in the middle, like you get the
Which was
woman
great.
screaming. Like, it was fantastic. Like you get the woman screaming Michael and to stop it, and like it's so much of like Easter eggs for Halloween. It's so good. Like slay.
All right. I'm going to start this next one because this next one is the reason why I decided to judge this album the way that I decided to judge it. Savages is a DOA for me. This, to me, sounds like something that you would hear on a 2K soundtrack. It does not give me Texas Chainsaw Massacre
I put
at
that on my
all.
notes.
So much so that I went to look and
Google
see.
searched it.
Yes, exactly. So much so that I had to go look and see that this wasn't something I had heard on a WWE 2K soundtrack before. So this gives me, there's the camera click in the beginning that is iconic of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They vaguely mention the saw in the song, but this does not in any way, shape, or form in the tone of the song or anything give me Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So Savages, even though the song in and of itself is cool, like, again, we all love stuff from the 2K soundtracks. It burrows into your brain. It's fucking catchy and whatever. But because of the way I decided to grade this album, it is a DOA for me. Vince.
Yeah. I also put down something out of an old WWE SmackDown versus Raw game. Not 2K. I went to deep dive of the SmackDown versus Raw era. If not, I also said it also kind of gives me NXT Black and Gold takeover theme vibes, like something they might use for a takeover, or like a takeover hype package for like a matchup. You know, we are the Savages. You know, like you just hear that hook line, especially if like something like Gargano versus Ciampa, like in like the third matchup, or maybe like if they did something like Owens versus Zayn and stuff like that, something like at the end of a blood feud, or maybe even like I can't remember what matchups they would have done, but I feel like they could have used it for something that was Adam Cole related or Aleister Black related, where they were in the feud with someone. I don't know. Like I thought at first, I'm gonna give it a gargle. I wrote down gargle, so I guess the equivalent here would be survives or
Mhm.
survivor. I'll give it. Yeah, I'll give it a survivor. I want to give it a slay, but I just don't like the beginning of the song. Like after a while, it just like it wears me down. It's like, okay, fine, you are the Savages. I like you. You're not that bad. But yeah, no, I'm just gonna give it a survivor. It just survives.
Okay. Katie.
So the music video has Spencer playing their band manager who's Australian, and it's fucking hysterical. So highly recommend that specifically. And like they're all dressed up in like Texas Chainsaw attire, I guess is the word to say. The only like reference I realistically heard the multiple times I listened to this is like Eating You Alive is Texas Chainsaw vibes. I will say, literally just because Spencer acts his ass off in this and it's funny as fuck, I'm getting it survives.
All right. Rylan.
This is a slay. This is the most listenable song on the record. This is absolutely the most listenable song on the record.
Okay.
It's the most it could be on pop radio in 2004 song on the record as well.
Right.
Like when we had like a 3 Days Grace on the radio like that. Other than that, like it's definitely the most like we played it safe song on the record. This was like we could use this as a single. I thought. Other than that, I mean, like I 100% agree with you, Matt. That I don't feel Texas Chainsaw Massacre in this at all.
I had no idea what this was. I had no answer. Did not get Texas Chainsaw.
Hi, Allison. It is a party.
It's a party choice.
But no, yeah, like this one, I liked it because again, like for my style of music, I was like, this is the closest it's gonna get to what I normally listen to, which is not even I would say that close. Kyle would disagree, but that's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely slay this though, just for that. Just because I need to get
Alright.
2 slays on here before things get bloody.
Okay. So we got 1 DOA, 2 survivors, a slay. Kyle, where you going?
You're going to be a bit surprised by this. This is a DOA for me. And now, this is not because it's a hard metal song. It's not. This is closer to an arena rock song, to be honest with you. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it definitely has that vibe. But first of all, and I had to go look up the plot of Texas Chain Saw. Contextually familiar with Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but I don't know the ins and outs of it. But the word savages has like a lot of not great connotations throughout history. So I had to
Mm-hmm.
go, do some research to make sure I'm not like really uncomfortable. Once we got past that, it just and I feel like I had this. This is going to be an interesting one when we talk about the acoustic version of this. Is it just doesn't feel like it gets past that first. Like it has the idea of being like a big bombastic arena rock song, but like it reminds me of the bloated arena rock that you hear in like 80s compilations that hit number 5 on the Hot 100. But like for a week because nobody remembers the like 5th best song that Europe ever did. That's what this felt like to me, and it kind of missed for that. So this is a DOA for me.
All right.
Kyle, you should
Next up.
fucking
Oh,
write reviews.
you really
I'm
should.
sorry.
And this is why we bring you on here. Next up, we have The Jig Is Up. This features the lead singer of the band Finch, and it is about Saw. Vince, kick us off.
Okay, first off, I'm so mad that I did not get the part of jig, as in jigsaw, because I
Jesus
also didn't have an answer
Christ.
for this one. I feel like a doofus. I have survived for now because I wrote down gargle, but with a question mark because I wasn't sure. I think I need to listen to it a little bit more to determine whether or not it can be a slay. It gave me Rhea Ripley vibes. It feels like something she would like either like come out to as a theme song or something she would jam out to. I don't know what it was about it, but there were certain parts of it where it just like gave me like vibes of like her old like theme song when she was in NXT when she was a blonde. I could be wrong. Again, I only listened to it for a handful of times, but I'll say it survives, but with the potential to slay down the road.
Okay. I've been going in an order. I don't know if you guys have noticed. So we're gonna go Katie, Rylan, and Kyle. I should be back, but Katie, you're in charge for a second.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah,
It's
Captain.
my show now. It's like not even gone yet. I'm already saying that. There we go. You can also hear me. His headphones are always on. There's no music video for this one. Big sad. I think they could have had a really fun time with this, especially because especially the first Saw, like in the bathroom, like that could have been really cool.
Yes.
But we do get the Jigsaw voice kind of throughout. Game over. Like.
Yeah,
one for the
I was
game.
like Vince when you said you didn't know this one. I'm like, how? Like
you hear
He's in
the
it.
voice. They did the thing. He said it. He said the thing. He said the line.
Man, it might have just
It's
been a
right.
situation where like I was listening to it, but like I have a short attention span, just like an orange cat. So sometimes I like zone out for like half a second and come back. So I might have missed it again. Now that if I hear it now, it might slay.
Yeah, it's one of those things you'll have to listen to it again and try and pick up on nuances. Also, what I was doing if there's a music video, I straight up pulled up the lyrics so I could see. And then, especially because I know most of, if not all of these horror movies, I could catch what they were saying. So yeah, game over. You want to play a fucking game. It's catchy. It's more like the pop punky instead of the heavy shit like Stabbing in the Dark and American Nightmare Horror. This gets a slay for me.
All right, slay for Katie, and I am back.
Look at that.
You did a great job stalling
I
for
didn't have to do
me.
anything. You're welcome.
Rylan, The Jig Is Up.
Okay, so I want to say, when it comes to the Saw movies, I like the first 3.
That's okay.
And then I get lost after that. I'm just like, why are we still doing this? Like,
Everyone
he's
does.
dead.
It's okay.
Like, let's, yeah. I hear it. I hear it ends well. This one, like, I started kind of notice a formula between this band at this point, and I don't know. I didn't get on board with this one at all. The heavy stuff was especially excruciating for me in this one, but not as bad as it would get. This one felt for me like the manager should have just been like, guys, we can end a song like in 3. We can do it in 3. We can do it in 2.5. We can get that point across. So I'm gonna say DOA on this one.
All right.
So I'm next.
Kyle.
This is a weird one. First, it's a DOA. For 2 reasons. I don't usually judge on Matt's grading system, and I have not seen the Saw movies, obviously. But my understanding is that there's a bit more of a psychological edge to that, and this just felt like noise to me. There wasn't really anything in this song that made me connect or attach or anything like that. And even though the references, when I saw the jig is up, I figured out what we're going on, but it
Everybody
just
but
didn't.
Vince.
Everybody.
Yeah, it just. But I forgot the name of the character was Jigsaw, but Jig is a saw thing. Like it's either a saw or a dance. Like
It's there.
that's
It's
just
all.
what's
It's
there.
all. The
Yeah,
pieces are
yeah,
there. You connect.
yeah. But this, like, that's the problem I had with this song. The pieces just, a lot of them, I think the pieces were there, but it didn't come together for me for either it being not my genre or some other weird reason. This one just felt like it didn't feel like there was anything there that I quite could grasp onto. So it was a DOA.
Okay. This one falls kind of in the same category for me as an American Nightmare. However, I like American Nightmare a little bit more than this. So, there is the tune from Saw in this. There is the Saw voice. I don't know what it is, but the lyric of him yelling "all systems go," that has nothing to do with anything from Saw at all, and it is a main part of the chorus, and it drives me fucking crazy because I'm like, never once has Jigsaw said "all systems go." None of his traps really require an "all systems go." Like, why is this here?
That'd be
Also,
so funny.
Jigsaw isn't really on a quest to save his city. That's not the
No.
the
Well,
deal
I mean,
behind it. So
maybe he is because he's.
no, he's not.
No, he's not.
Definitely not. Like, he's
He just wants
definitely
to
like
kill bad people.
I think it's open to interpretation. It's to the eye of the beholder.
I don't really think so.
But because of that, we do get the Saw voice, we do get the Saw tune. I cannot give it a DOA because it does give me Saw feels, but there's just a part of it that really fucking irks me, and it's all systems go. So I'm gonna give it a survives. Next up, we have A Grave Mistake. For those of you unfamiliar, this song is about the movie The Crow, featuring Brandon Lee.
Again, I didn't get it.
That's okay. That one's a little harder to kind of like pull. It's okay.
Aside from like the top 5 big horror franchises, I'm a fucking new, and I'm completely like in the dark. Maybe a little stabbing in the dark, so to speak.
I would not even consider The Crow a horror movie, if I'm being honest with you. Like, that one.
You know what?
Not all of these are horror movies.
Yeah, not all of them are horror movies. It's explicitly. Because they've even released singles recently that have done The Matrix, The Joker. They did a song for Dead by Daylight, which is a horror video game, but they do get out of the horror genre a little bit, but they are all around movies, more specifically horror. And The Crow has, I guess, horror aspects to it. It is set in a dystopian future. There is murder and all of that, but it's a lot of action. He comes back from the dead. Neither here nor there. Kyle, this is, I guess, our first ballad on the record. How'd you feel about A Grave Mistake?
So this one's closer to my it's closer to my genre of rock than what a lot of this has been to this point. The one thing I will say about this one, it's not bad. It's going to be a survives for me. The one thing I will say about it is, and this is we'll get to it more when we get into the acoustic arrangements, is that there's not a lot going on with this song. Like it has a few ideas off the bat, and I know it does a little bit of I can't even remember if it's a tempo change or whatever it is. Not tempo change, but a theming change sort of towards the end. But it feels like it doesn't have a lot going on, and given some of the intricacies of some of the other songs, I felt a little disappointing in that. But I don't dislike it. It is again closer to my genre. It's probably a survives.
All right, all right. Um, I'm going to give it a slay because it definitely does give Crow. It is a ballad, so from what I personally enjoy, it's a little lower on the level. Like, this is a song that if I'm not in the mood for a ballad, I'm going to skip and go to something else as I'm listening to Ice Nine Kills. But it gives what it needs to for the movie, and it works for me, and the lyrics are on point and fantastic. And if I'm in the mood for it, this absolutely rocks my world. So, yeah, I'm gonna give it a slay. Vince.
Oh, okay. I've learned in the past to just wait till Matt calls my name and not talk. So that's what I do.
Jesus.
So
It only took you like 7 years and a brand new podcast appearance to figure it out.
oh my god. Yeah. So back to the music. A grave mistake. So I like that I'm going right after Matt made his point about how like the ballad, and if you're in the mood for it can be a vibe. If not, it'd be something skippable. I will say that I guess at this point in time in the album, I was like, listen, man, I thought we were going down I-95 south. No, you got off the expressway. Now we're going somewhere else. We're taking a detour, and this is where we're starting to get a detour. So it started to be more of a DOA for me because, again, it might have been just like not what I was in the mood for at the time. Re-listening to it yesterday on my way home from work, I was like, okay, it's not as bad. It's surviving for right now. So that was my final take: was it survives. I wrote down gargle, but it survives. Listening it now, especially finally get into the acoustic version, it took me a minute to get to the acoustic version because I'm not the biggest fan of some acoustic covers because I'm anti-acoustic with some covers. So, but getting to the acoustic, I didn't dislike it. So
We're
then
not
when
there
I
yet.
went, no,
We'll
I
get
know, I
down
know,
there.
I know.
Okay.
But based off of that, it changed my whole perspective on the original version. So it
Okay.
completely upgraded it to Slay. So I
Okay.
know I'm spoiling down the line, but it really did influence this version of it. So now it's a Slay for me, and it's in the top 5.
Katie, A Grave Mistake.
There is a music video. Spencer's in some crow makeup, shirtless, beautiful. It was fantastic. That's for me. Thank you, Spencer. Um,
Hashtag things I wish I could pull off.
it, it was it was like crow-esque. Like, again, the music video, like, there's lore, so there's a lot of things in there. Like, it would just take too long to fully explain. But like, it's the piano, it's the like I wrote shivers, but I think I just meant like chills. Like, with Spencer singing this one, it's so good. I can't wait until we get to the fucking acoustic part. But it's such a good song. Like, whether you think it's about the crow or not, like, even just going into this not knowing that, like, it's a beautiful song. So, slay.
All right. Rylan.
It's a Slay. The Crow is one of my favorite movies of all time. I, at one point, owned the original graphic novel. I do not still possess that, which is unfortunate because it's a beautiful graphic novel. It's a sleigh. It's very emotional. This is when they basically, like, Spencer did not have every effect at his like, fingertips. And it proved that the band could actually, like, they could still slay without all of the craziness of all of the other songs. Yeah, this, for me, it's my favorite track on the record.
All
Not
right.
bad.
All right.
I'll allow it.
Next up, we have Rocking the Boat, featuring Jeremy Schwartz, who is a former singer of this band, making a guest appearance. And again, if you did not know, Rocking the Boat is about Jaws. Katie, rock our boat.
That makes sense.
Ah! Shit! No. You didn't catch that this was Jaws?
No, but I'll get to the reason why.
I
Okay.
can't
Okay.
fucking wait to hear the reason.
Yeah, I really need to know this one.
No music video. Big sad. Could have been fun. I mean, you literally hear them scream shark, and like there's so many like references to the movie. There's the Jaws music in it. Like, obviously, like, that's also something that you should have possibly caught, Vince, was the Jaws music, maybe. But again, I think this is another one where it's like there's a good balance of the screaming and the singing. It's not my favorite song. I'll give it survive. It survives.
All right. Rylan.
Title of this song, like, come on, rock the boat. Parts of the song are great. Parts of the song are just, I don't want to say cringe because my kid says cringe now, and like I don't want to. I'm not of his generation, but it's the same feeling. It's the same feeling.
In fairness, people of our age saying cringe is cringe, so I think it kind of works.
Okay, fair enough. I will say, I want to say this to Matt and Katie. My son, I told him today that I was coming on this podcast tonight, and he's like, "Man, it's so cool to have a famous dad. So feel good about yourself."
Oh,
What a sweetheart. What a sweetheart.
Yeah.
So
But
cute.
anyway, I'm gonna survive, I guess. Rocking the boat. The title sucks, but the parts of this song are okay. Parts of the song are okay. And I really need to save my vitriol. So
okay. Kyle Joseph.
Oh boy.
Kyle and Joseph.
Kyle and Joseph, indeed. Let alone I mean, like, even ignoring the title, which I agree with Rylan, it's okay. The lyrics of this one, some of the puns and some of the, like, boat and water wordplay in this, it's just, this is a rough one. And I think the worst part about this song for me is you have one of the most iconic, probably the most iconic film score in the history of movies. Like, it's if it's not that, then it's right up there. And they really didn't do anything with it. They just played the notes in a guitar riff over and over at the back. And I feel like you could have built a lot more with it than what they ended up doing. This one felt like an inclusion more than it felt like it really belonged on the album in the same way with some of the other ones. So, and like, whereas some other songs I think feel more campy on purpose, this one felt campy by accident, and that's not a good way to be. So, and again, it baffles me hearing those notes. It baffles me that Vince didn't know that this was Jaws. So, like, yeah, this is a DOA for me. But I need to know what happened.
I'm the exact opposite of Kyle. So the lyrics for me were really cool because in the scope of Jaws, it's kind of a double entendre. He's talking about the shark, but he's also talking about the mayor when he talks about the face of the city showing his teeth because the mayor's out there smiling, trying to hide what's lurking beneath all of this. And I really love that part of it. I love the call from the orca looking for help. This is a sleigh for me. This is also, Kyle, the reason why I asked you for a definition of a sea shanty. And based on the definition you gave me, I dub Rocking the Boat one of my sea shanties. So,
This is
um,
definitely a sea shanty.
That's awesome.
It's some
I'm
time.
never doing that episode. I'm never
We're doing
that.
it. You don't think we're doing it? We're absolutely doing it. 100%.
You're doing it without me. That'll be your episode. You can sing all your pirate songs and this.
And I shall.
so yeah, no, Rocking the Boat is a sleigh for me. Vince.
So it's not a bad song, but it was kind of boring for me. Nothing really there like was captivating. I don't know. Maybe I got a little too sick. I don't know. Maybe they rocked the both a little too hard for me. It's a DOA. Again, attention span of an orange tabby cat. Nothing in it really drew my attention, so I'm pretty sure like I missed all that because I just stopped paying attention and just became white noise for me. I know that's not the most professional way to go about this, but unfortunately, that's kind of like the road we chose to go down for myself, for my earbuds, not taste buds, but what would be the equivalent?
Taste buds.
Earbuds.
Eating the song?
I don't know. But yeah, no, it's a DOA. It's my first DOA. I don't know. I guess I just didn't pay attention to it enough. But it was for a good reason. I just didn't like it. I didn't enjoy it. It wasn't bad. It's just boring for me.
Okay.
Not a shanty kind of gal.
Neither's Rylan, apparently. Next up, we have Enjoy Your Sleigh. This is featuring the grandson of Stanley Kubrick, Sam Kubrick, who obviously directed The Shining, and this is about The Shining. Rylan, kick us off.
I fucking love The Shining. The Shining is one of the greatest horror movies of all time. I love that movie. Oh, this song sucks. This is not good. Another fucking pun. We get it. Like, ha ha ha. Enjoy your sleigh. Just it. No, like this sounded like a murder. This sounded like I was listening to a murder. Like at points when he was just at his most guttural, I was just like, I'm almost uncomfortable. Like, should I get up? Should I do something?
Should I leave?
Yeah.
Should I call
like
for
that's
help?
where I was. Like I played this for Niall when he got here, and he's just like, you don't have to play anymore. I'm already there. I'm already with you. Yeah, no, this one was the worst song on the record for me. This was so uncomfortable for me. I cannot wholeheartedly give this anything but a DOA.
Okay. Kyle?
I have not seen The Shining. Not there I know. So I cannot speak to what I'll actually start with the conclusion. DOA. This song is an absolute mess. But I haven't seen The Shining. So maybe the absolute wackadoo energy that this song has matches the movie. Which wouldn't stun me. But there's pieces here that I don't dislike, and it really rides that line of campy or too far. But again, if I had any affinity from the movie, maybe I would appreciate it more. But even for this album, this song felt like a piss take, and I don't know what to do with it. Again, if you have affinity for the movie, and if it sounds like the movie, I know there's a lot of reference, like the fact that it's Jack Nicholson's the Shining, right?
Yes.
They made reference to the fact that with Jack Nicholson, they obviously had the voices of the two girls. I only know The Shining through cultural osmosis, of which there's a lot because people really love that movie. But again, without having seen it, I just cannot get on board with this. And yeah, the lyrics in this one as well some of the vacancy hotel related puns were a lot. Yeah, DOA, but this is as opposed to rocking the boat, which I didn't even like get at all. This one is like if this is the movie, yeah, I can totally understand why people would get attached to it, but I'm just not
Okay. I am gonna go Slay because the lyrics do very well lay out what happens in the movie. We talk about Danny, we talk about his mom, we go through all that. I love the fact that Stanley Kubrick's grandson is a part of this. For that is really cool to me. It's not my favorite of the harder songs on here, but it does what I need it to do, and it gives me The Shining. Like you said, we have the twin little girls, Danny, come play with us, all of that. Yeah, so it's a Slay for me. Vince?
Is
Oh, he
muted.
just threw up. He just threw up.
Sorry.
No.
It's a DOA. I didn't know what the song was supposed to be about. It completely lost me, and it was honestly probably the hardest song to get through, if not like the second hardest song to get through. I did not get the Shining, but then again, I never watched Shining, so that's probably why. I don't know. Enjoy Your Slay did not slay for me. It's a DOA. I don't have many notes. Again, just very difficult to get through for me personally.
All you had to do
All
was
right.
rhyme that one more time, and you would have been fucking. That would have been a bar for sure, buddy.
Oh yeah, one more bar than they had for sure.
Hey,
Ooh,
there. Katie is properly offended this time.
well,
Do you know
Katie,
what
thoughts on
what I
Enjoy Your Slay?
appreciate about my position through this, I will say, is that I don't think that Katie and Matt can be mad because any song that I even a little bit appreciate is just a big win for everybody involved.
We're like, let's fucking
Which-
go.
because we're just so far afield of anything that I listen to on any regular basis. Sorry,
Mhm.
Katie, go ahead.
No. It's okay. It's okay. Vince, how fucking dare you? That's crazy. So there's not a music video per se. There is a lyric video, and the lyric video takes you through the Overlook Hotel, and you get the carpet from The Shining, and you get someone I don't know who is in the lyric video, but like them as Jack, like typing on a typewriter and like swinging an axe, and like you get like the point of view of Danny on the bike, and it's fun. Like it's a fun homage to The Shining without doing like a full ass music video. You get, I mean, Matt already talked about like you get like the puns and stuff like that, which I mean, I love a pun. What can I say? It isn't like my favorite song. It's definitely not the worst. Hold on. It's not the worst song. But it's definitely lower.
no, I disagree. I'm just
Okay,
kidding.
you can disagree, and that's okay. For me, it's not the worst song. So I'll give it it survives.
It survives. All right. I'm really glad that this weird order, like I was going in an order, but I just kind of randomly jumped around, landed the way it did. Because I did it so that I could start with Savages. And now I also get to start with track number 9, Freak Flag, which is a DOA. This is supposed to be Devil's Rejects. There is nothing Devil's Rejects in this fucking song. This, for me, is the worst song on the album. I do not vibe with Freak Flag at all. If I was at a concert, I would not be waving a flag and rocking out to the song. Freak Flag does absolutely nothing for me. So it is a DOA for me. Vince? We can skip you if you're busy.
No, sorry. I was I made a mess here. I accidentally elbowed things, and things got out of hand, and which is why I muted myself.
The true orange cat energy is really coming out here.
Listen, man, we adopted and saved an orange cat on the 4th of July. I guess it lost its independence, I guess, if we adopted it. Ironically enough. But yeah, ever since then, I guess some of his orange cat energy has passed over to me. Freak flag. Probably something I'd hear during the end credits of like a movie, not necessarily even like a horror movie. I just kind of like, for whatever reason, I listened to it. I was like, this definitely feels like maybe like 10 minutes into the end credits, like it's part of like the end track list or whatever. It's not bad, but again, it's something I definitely would skip on the radio if it was playing. If I had if I had any other alternative, I'd skip it and go to something else. I'd probably even turn on like sports radio or something like that just to like hear like a baseball commentary going on, and I don't even like baseball commentary like that. I'm gonna say it's DOA. Again, like I said, it wasn't horrible. I don't think it was the worst song for me personally, but yeah, no, DOA.
Katie, wave your freak flag.
Please don't say that. That's weird. I don't like it.
Let your
Don't say anything about
freak
my-
flag fly.
Don't say anything about my
Doesn't
freak
it make
flags.
you
How dare
uncomfortable? Does it?
Those are my freak flags. How dare you? These are mine. Again, no music video. Oh, is there any fucking music videos left? Hold on. There's fucking 2, and it's very sad. I'm a music video girly. I like watching things. The coolest part about this, or like the most unique thing, is like the whisper singing. Like every once in a while, that's a fun time. Other than that, I don't really like this song, so DOA.
3 DOAs in a row. Rylan.
Oh fuck you gotta know this is a DOA. Firstly, I'm going to see Rob Zombie in like 2 weeks. So like
Nice.
And listen, I love The Devil's Rejects. I don't think that's a horror movie. I think it's a gross thriller, is what I think that is.
Gross is.
Well, I mean, like somebody wears somebody's skin in that movie, like that's
Listen, you're
that's a
telling
gross
me.
thriller. But this does. I 100% agree with Matt. Like I do not get Devil's Rejects vibes. Firstly, it would have to be Southern, and like it would have to almost sound like Skinner, but like drunk. That would
I
make
think
more
God on
sense.
board with that.
Yeah, well, there you go. But yeah, this was not good. It's certainly a song, not a good one. This is a DOA, sure.
And Rylan, to your point, because I meant to mention this, the crazy thing about it is Rob Zombie makes music. So like there was a blueprint for what a song about Devil's Rejects and how it should sound was, and we went way the fuck away. And don't get me wrong, I guess it's hard to top Rob Zombie, so maybe that was the way they wanted to go, was like, we don't want to be compared to Rob Zombie, so we'll go the opposite. But like, yeah, no, it didn't work for me. Kyle?
What if they just want
Where
to
does the wordplay freak flag come from? With regards, because again, I haven't seen this movie. Where does that?
I had no idea. That's the thing.
It's like-
Nothing.
That is
Nothing.
so, like, first of all, that choice of words was so bizarre to begin with. I feel like they came up with the idea, and then like they came up with the words, and we really want a song called Freak Flag, and they had to put something to it. But like, there's ideas here that are okay. The staccato guitar riffs in the verses are, a decent idea, but they don't really add to anything. And it just felt like I feel like I have heard this song 1,000 times before in like 2000s era NHL soundtracks off of like the worst song off of that, where like it just sort of it chugs along and it's got energy, but it doesn't really do anything beyond that. And this just it's such a DOA. Again, there are songs I enjoyed less than this, but this was the most nothing song on the list.
So, Rylan, I have to tell you, you said, Enjoy Your Slay was the worst song, but this one got 5 DOAs. It's the only one to get 5 DOAs so far.
Yeah,
so by general consensus,
This might be the worst song.
It might be.
Might be
It just the worst song for me was the one that made me feel uncomfortable. This one didn't make me feel uncomfortable. It made me feel angry. I'm like, as a Rob Zombie fan, I'm like, Rob Zombie right now should be furious that this song is out there.
Yeah.
But I digress.
All right. Next up, we go back to our ballads. The World in My Hands. This is based on Edward Scissorhands and features Tony
Oh, that
Lovato
makes
from
sense.
Mest. Vince, tell us about The World in My Hands.
Well, thankfully they're not in Edward Scissors' hands, because then everybody would just get cut up. Nobody wants that. I don't know. It wasn't memorable. It was very skippable for me. Probably one of the more skippable songs. Like, I'm not the biggest ballad guy. You have to be that kind of genre of like band for me to like actually enjoy it, because I know that's what I'm going into. Again, we were down. I got lost on this road trip. At this point, I am stopping for directions to get back on track. No. It's a DOA, and this is, I think, the fourth DOA in a row. And there's a theme, like in the middle of this album, there's just like a shit ton of DOA. This is not the last one. Uh, that's all I'll say.
All right, Katie.
Again, no music video. I just have to like specify because I'm doing that now. But like, how fucking fun would it have been to see Spencer's Edward Scissorhands? I can't have anything fucking fun, I guess. I thought it'd been fun. This one, because it is about like it is, especially because I love Edward Scissorhands. It's such a fun, like, it is Tim Burton. Like, you can tell, like, it's the campy, somewhat dark, like, mix. So the line, I literally had to pull it up because I wrote it, but I can't read my own fucking handwriting. How cruel to be exposed to everything that I can't touch but still feel. I was like, okay, I'm crying. That's fine. Whatever. Because that's all Edward wants to do is just like, he has these things attached and he can't do anything with it. It's not his fault. It's a great song. I had a good time listening to it. So, slay.
All right. Oh, Rylan came back right as his turn was to begin.
Like,
I don't know what he had in his hands. I'm assuming it wasn't the world. Rylan?
what it was.
It might have been his world.
I love this song more than I love the movie because I really don't like the movie. I'm sorry, Katie. I'm sorry. Tim Burton is half for me and half not for me. And this movie, I was just like, what is this? It's also like one that everyone looks at Johnny Depp like, oh, he's so great. And I'm like, he hardly says a fucking word. Anyway.
He's method acting.
I don't know. He creeps me out, and not in a good way. It's more of a like, kind of creepy.
You probably smell like whiskey and cocaine.
Well,
anyway, I like the song a lot, though. I will slay this one for sure.
Okay, Kyle.
So I'm gonna first. I want to do a litmus test because I suspect that Katie and Tiffany are very, very similar as people. So I do want to do a quick litmus test with her. As is the case with, I have actually. This is the movie I've seen before. I've seen Edward Scissorhands. Ironically, I saw it in middle school. Who approved that? No idea. But as is the case with all things Tim Burton, I don't know what the fuck's going on with it, and I do not care for it. But Tim Burton really like rubs right against my tism, and it does not work very well. And it makes and that reality makes Tiffany crushingly sad because she adores Tim Burton with all of her heart, which is very unsurprising. Anywho, all that to say, this song is the best song on the album proper. It is it I think it attaches itself nicely to the weirdness of and like weirdness and kind of creepiness, but still like heart of the movie. So I think it works in that work. The lyrics are a little bit of a mess, but like nothing compared to some of the stuff we've had before. So I'm perfectly cool with that. The guitar solo in this really good. As a really nice addition. We don't get a lot of like solo work on this album in terms of like guitar solo stuff, which I guess is of the genre. But I think in this case it really, really works. Yeah, this is an easy slate.
All right. What was the litmus test?
Oh, Tim Burton.
Okay.
devotion to Tim Burton feels
I'm
like
okay. So just out of curiosity, I kind of have to do a little quick Google search. It was like Tim Burton, like how many of his
Nightmare for
films?
Christmas.
I know
Batman Returns,
Batman Returns. I forgot
Mars
about.
Attacks.
So I
Okay.
just knew Beetlejuice and I just knew Before Christmas, and I'm looking through this. I'm noticing two things. I don't really like Tim Burton movies aside from Beetlejuice, and even including the Batman movies. And
Oh no,
number
I fucking
two,
with his Batman movies
Whoa,
hard. Back up.
whoa,
Back
whoa,
up.
whoa!
Yep.
Careful.
also, and this is important. How do you take Alice in Wonderland and make it weirder? What the fuck?
yeah,
I saw
that
that. I saw that movie on hard drugs, and it was great.
Of course
Alright?
you did.
I was 17, 16, 15
That's
at the time.
crazy.
So
yeah,
It was
no.
a different. It was a different time, Katie.
What
It
was
was a different time.
what was
It was a
the other
different
thing, Vince? You said you had two things. One, you don't
Okay.
like Tim Burton movies besides Beetlejuice or whatever.
The 1989 Batman is the only exception to the Batman ones because like Batman Returns and Batman
Okay.
Forever fucking suck. But also, fucking Johnny Depp is in a
Violence
lot of Tim
Joker.
Burton shit, and I'm like,
Yeah, some
That-
like actors
point.
work with directors a lot. Like that's
yeah, and like I didn't
like-
realize how much.
Okay,
though.
okay.
He's in all of them.
Guys. This
What?
is not a Tim Burton podcast. Vince's opinions are not the opinions of the Getting Off podcast. Fuck him for what he said. But also, we still have nine songs to get through, and I haven't given my opinion yet. So,
Oh my god, Jesus!
it would be a slay in that it does give Edward Scissorhands. However, Edward Scissorhands is not really for me. And again, we're back to ballads. Not really what I'm here for. So I'm going to give it a survives. It does what it needs to do for the movie, but the movie isn't one of my favorite Tim Burton's. And again, the vibe of the song isn't what I'm here for as far as Ice Nine Kills goes. It's beautiful. It's nice. It's fine. So it survives. Kyle. First and foremost, I just want to say, I guarantee I am the only person on this panel that has seen Silent Night, Deadly Night, the original Silent Night, Deadly Night. So, that being said, please tell us about our Christmas song, Merry Xmas.
I don't even know where to begin with this. My notes say "piss take rubbish," and I stand by that. This song is everything I hate about this genre of music, with Christmas music wrap with like Christmas theming wrapped in, which I'm off of that train just immediately. And this can fleece Navi fuck right off. We're gonna go ahead and give it a DOA.
A DOA.
Yeah.
All right. This works for me. It's going to be a sleigh. There are a lot of references to both Silent Night, Deadly Night, and even the Garbage Day reference, which is from one of the most iconic phrases from Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, which is a god-awful fucking horror movie. And it's famous for that because of how bad that movie was. And I appreciated that. So I'm going to slay Merry Xmas with an axe. Vince.
It's dead on arrival, and if I could, I use the Dragon Balls to revive it just so I can make it dead on arrival again times infinity. It is the song I dislike the most off of this album. I have a pet peeve and a very big ick of like Christmas rock type songs that try to like do their own take on Christmas like music, and I'm just like, Christmas is a certain thing. When you try to make it something different, I'm like, you kind of lose like what the Christmas like vibe is supposed to be. And I guarantee you that if I show this to like my Christmas loving wife, she would probably agree. It's like, this isn't Christmas. I don't fuck with it. And then also too, the Feliz Navidad at the end, for whatever reason, I cringed. And that was the nail in the coffin for me. I'm like, yep, nope. That's the worst thing. Like I'm all for, yeah, I'm like, listen, I'm all for like white people embracing like Latino and all that stuff. I love it. I'm all for it. Like every time Katie says something in Spanish with perfect punctuation and like pronunciation, I pop.
Yeah.
Pronunciation, I fucking pop. But this feels like Peggy Hill saying something in Spanish when they say Feliz Navidad.
Vince, this
So
is not the worst cultural appropriation on this album. It's not even close.
No, it's not. No, it's not. And trust me, I know this week. Kyle will.
oh man. But yeah, it's DOA
Katie.
times infinity.
Katie, with perfect punctuation, please tell
Perfect
us your thoughts on Merry
punctuation.
Xmas.
See, so the music video is like a kid playing a video game. But I did my due diligence and I did my research. A lot of the things in the like retro style video game is stuff that happens in the movie. So I did research. You're welcome. Screamo, Christmas. It survives.
Survives. Rylan?
So I don't want to drag this on too long, but I was listening to this during my visit with my son today. And today, my visit with my son consisted of playing horror video games that we recently got on the PlayStation 5. So he's playing like Poppy's Playtime. And I have this song on in the background. And at some point,
I just want to clarify, how old is your son?
7. You don't. This new generation, they're into horror. Nothing scares them.
No, yeah, they're a different fucking breed.
Yeah,
My daughter watched Evil Dead Burn last night, so I need.
Shout out to Zoe.
As long as they had parental supervision, that's all that matters.
I'm not judging in that regard. It's just like I've been scarred. I was scarred as a child. From some random stuff. So I can.
No, you and me both, buddy. You and me both.
Okay. So my son's playing this Poppy's Playtime video game, listening to this specific song, and he says to me, "Dad, I think this might be a little too scary." And I said, "The game or the music?" I quote, my 7-year-old son said to me, "Oh, definitely the music." And this song. I was like, "How do you play this at Christmas time?" Like no one's.
Those aren't the vibes.
No, like I mean, Matt, like God, I feel like what's going on?
If you saw my Christmas playlist, very little of it is actual Christmas music per se.
No one is surprised.
So
I'm not surprised in the slightest.
I send this playlist to me because I'm curious now. Like this will be the
curious
for sure. The holiday one, Matt's Christmas playlist.
It's a lot of Adam Sandler's Hanukkah songs, a lot of South Park Christmas songs.
Nice.
I mean, that sounds better than this was. No, this is a DOA for sure.
DOA for sure. All right, and Kyle, we did you right? We started with you.
We did.
All right, Katie, our first female duet featuring Chelsea Talamage, who is an actress from Stranger Things, and a few other things. This is based on An American Werewolf in London, which Katie and I have watched together. It is a very weird love story featuring a werewolf. How did Love Bites work for you, Katie?
First of all, the Love Bites song that I know and love is by Hailstorm.
Hailstorm. Yep.
Shout out to Izzy. Again, no music video. Obviously, all of the fucking werewolf puns humanly possible. Thank you, Spencer. Howl at the Moon, Sharpen the Teeth, Dog Has Its Day, ha 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 ha. But I literally put, yes, female vocals, exclamation mark. And I think they sound good together, so because of that, and because, like, females in this type of genre music are so few and far in between, especially, like, when this stuff was coming out, it's a slay.
It's a slay. Rylan, what about you?
It's a slay for the female vocals and the female vocals. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's not bad. I American Werewolf in London. God, I probably haven't seen that since I was 14 years old.
Lucky you.
this song wasn't bad. I didn't expect to like it, but I described it when I was talking to Niall about it earlier as a werewolf power ballad.
That's what it is.
But yeah, other than that, yeah, it's a sleigh for the female vocals.
Okay, Kyle.
I do have in my notes shout out to the guest vocalist because I think it was a really nice addition. We are in a weird timeline where I have in my notes. I didn't think emo would be the respite to get me through the rest of this mess, but here we are. Yeah, I liked this. It is not amazing, and some of the puns did grate on me, as is tradition. But like as at this point, especially after the last song, I was so happy to be in a much better place, and this is a much better place. So, yeah, this is a slate.
All right. I'm also going to give this a sleigh. Again, puns and all. It does the work that it needs to do to get us through American Werewolf in London. I love female singers. I love female vocalists. So as a ballad, it does a little more for me than the other two ballads on the record did. Even though I do love Spencer's voice, and this is a horror movie proper. So yeah, it's a sleigh. Vince.
I have it as a survives. Same as a grave mistake. At first, it was like a no. It was like a DOA. But the second time, like I listened to it, or like the more I listened to it, it became more of a maybe. So it started to survive as the listens went along. A lot of that is the female vocalist coming in there and just giving it a different flavor and taste. I did get werewolves. I was thinking Twilight maybe, but I'm like, I'm probably wrong.
Yeah.
Hashtag Team Jacob. I like werewolves.
Out of here.
I'm like Team J. So I'm like, you know what? Just because it talks about werewolves, I like Jacob Fatu and I like Jacob from Twilight. And I'm
God
Team Jacob
damn
in
it.
general. So
Edward
yeah,
is Batman. Edward is Batman.
man, fuck Edward.
Whoa. No Robert Pattinson slander on this fucking podcast. How dare you?
Man, fuck Edward. I don't care about Edward. He's just as wrong as Jacob is. Jacob is just
We're
hotter.
way off the beaten track of this pod. Like we've
Regardless
strayed
of
from
the
tradition.
listen. If this is about Jacob and Twilight,
It's
Love
not.
Bites. Love
It's
Bites.
not.
is
We don't do the
fantastic.
Twilight here. We do
Okay.
not do the Twilight here.
Well, Jacob can
Um,
give me Love Bites all he wants.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
So I believe we had 4 slays and a survives, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Last song of the album proper. It is the End, obviously based off Stephen King's It, the movie that scared me the most as a child. Also, I just wanted to show off my little Pennywise minifigure that I got. Is adorable.
He's a
This
little
is
one.
featuring 2 members of Less Than Jake and 1 member of Phoenix TX. Rylan, I feel like having a song with 2 members of Less Than Jake. It's proper to start with you.
He said,
Why?
"What's your name?"
I don't know.
Um,
From everything I've listened to you talk about, I feel like Less Than Jake is in your wheelhouse.
No, I am 34. I am 34. What the fuck is happening in this song? So number one, I'm not a clown person. It's the one thing I've warned Callie about is so Callie comes over and she goes, "Let's watch Hell House. It's my favorite horror movie." And she showed me the trailer to this movie, and I said, "Absolutely fucking not. Watch this movie." I can do one clown and one clown only, and that's Captain Spaulding. That's the only clown I can do.
What about Homie the Clown?
Yeah, you know what? Homie the Clown is all right. Homie the Clown is not trying to like stab you in the throat with a fucking like butcher knife, though.
Krusty the Clown?
You're up with Krusty.
Nothing.
All right, so I can do the comedy clowns. All right, as soon as you add
Just checking.
knives into it, I'm terrified. All right. It's circus music. It's ska, and it's firstly ska is Kyle will say grunge is the worst type of music. It's ska. It's ska is the worst type.
You didn't say I've never said grunge is the worst type of music.
I feel like you have. I feel like in the time that we have been doing this podcast, you've said it at least once. But would you not agree ska is the
This is
worst?
my first time on this podcast. This is not our
Not
show,
this one.
mate.
Not this one. I just mean like on the anyway.
He said on the anyway.
This is definitely a DOA. This is a DOA.
Okay. Kyle, let's hear your thoughts. Katie, you're in charge till I get back.
Yes, sir.
Oh boy, where do I even start with this one? So, this song is the Grandpa Simpson enters and leaves meme because this is the most. I said that I have put this into the contender for the worst song I've ever heard.
Ever?
Ever. Period.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Wow.
It is a mix of a lot of things I really dislike. I don't have like
I've
an
subjected them to over the last 2 years.
I don't have an innate like clown fear, but I have a clown annoyance. Well, I
Okay.
appreciate Krusty the Clown because the whole like joke is that he's a hack comedian. So like circusy stuff immediately grates on me. Ska immediately grates on me. The screamo stuff and everything immediately grates on. Like it is all of the things I do not feel like dealing with, and then they add more to it. There's strings involved, and I don't know the whole thing. I just can't. And so this is the DOAest of DOAs.
I'm honestly surprised because when we did the original talk through, Kyle was talking about them feeling like theater kids, right? And
Yeah.
the extravagance and everything. And I feel like this is the most theater kid song on the album. It does again what it needs to do for me as far as talking about the movie, talking about Georgie and Bill and everything that goes on. I don't hate ska. There are aspects of ska that I enjoy. This is a slay for me. Vince?
It survives, but barely. I think the song is a little bit too long. It was one of the few times where I'm just like, yeah, this song needs to wrap up. It's been here for a minute. It's like literally camping. At this point, it's like one of those campers in your apartment. You're not really sure.
It's called a squatter. Okay.
Squatter, yeah, the song really squat in the playlist. The vocals were decent. I enjoyed it. I think the screamo was kind of mad to me. I didn't dislike it, but it was just kind of I don't really like it. Again, it is the end, self-explanatory. Like probably one of the easier ones to figure out which one what it was.
I would hope
But yeah.
so.
I mean, judged on your track record so far, I was 50-50 on whether you got this.
Which is fair. Which is totally fair. It's totally fair. But yeah, I'm gonna say it survives, just like me, if at all.
Katie, it is the end of the album. It is the end, not of the podcast, but it is the end of our reviews, and it is all up to you.
It's also not the end of the reviews. We have like 7 more songs to.
I said it's not the end of the reviews. I specifically said not the end of the reviews.
No, you said it's the end of the reviews.
You did say it is the end of the reviews. You
Yeah,
said it's
you
not
did
the end of the podcast. You said it is the end of the reviews, and I said, "Well, that's,
that's what
a
you said.
lie." But okay.
Well, I meant the reviews of this song.
Yes. Okay, you specify. So this is the last music video we get. Spencer is Pennywise, a crazy ass fucking clown. We get the carnival music. We get the clown horn. We all float down here. Like Georgie, it's all out of hand. It's funny because he loses his hand. A little bit fun. Heavy screaming. I literally put fast in the biggest letters humanly possible. I like this. I like it in all versions of Pennywise, so maybe that's also why. But I enjoyed it. So slay.
I also have this.
Nice.
Of course you do.
Nice.
And my daughter wants to dress up as Pennywise and Periwinkle for Halloween. So,
Which is gonna
All
be
right.
so cute.
album proper is done. We are on to the 6 bonus tracks. Vince, you are up with Your Number Is Up, featuring Sarah J. Bartholomew. This is about the Scream franchise, if you did not catch that correlation.
Yeah, no, I got that for sure. Numbers up, phone call, definitely Ghostface was calling. So Spencer was definitely Ghostface. So that would have been interesting to see as a music video based on everything he's been doing. The phone convo part at the beginning was very interesting. I didn't hate it. I thought it was fine. I thought they maybe could have done something better for the Scream franchise because I like it so much and I think it's one of the classic slashers. I'm gonna say it survives. It survives, but not barely. Like it survives again with the hope. I wanted for it to slay, but it just didn't. So yeah, I'm gonna say it survives.
All right, Katie.
I also very much love the Scream franchise. Came out the year I was born. Pretty fucking iconic year. What can I say? I like that there's just like, you know, lines of dialogue from the movies throughout this. Of course, like the screaming on the phone and like the whole conversation in the beginning. I also think it would have been funny as fuck to see Spencer running around as Ghostface, because I just picture him as like the scary movie Ghostface where he just trips over everything. I don't know why, but like it seems like Spencer would do that. I do like their voices. I don't know. It's one of those ones where it's like I expected more, maybe because like Ben's like it is one of my favorite movies.
Mhm.
It just didn't live up to what I expected in my head, so it survives.
All right, Rylan, your number's up.
Man, this should have been on the album. Like
Mm.
this didn't belong as a bonus track. God, great chorus. It's self-aware without being completely obnoxious, which I felt like a lot of the tracks on the album kind of got to at least the end of the songs. It was always the end of the the songs that bothered me the most. I'm just like, God, like I'm so suffocated in just anxiety right now. I don't want anyone screaming at me, and the guy kept fucking screaming at me. But it is honestly, out of all the tracks we listened to, and I specifically listened to today, it's one of the best ones, I thought. So I'm going to slay it, but leaning towards what was the middle one again?
It
Survive.
survives.
Survives.
Survived. Yeah, no, it's not. It doesn't quite survive, but it slays for sure,
Okay. Kyle?
or vice versa.
I kind of just found this one annoying, which I guess is appropriate because I have seen at least some of Scream, and I also kind of just found it annoying. So I guess it kind of worked on that level. Um,
What the fuck?
a lot of this song was phone calls. Here's the thing, I very disagree with Rylan on this, which is that this did feel like a bonus track. Like it felt like you almost couldn't include this because there's not enough going on here and for something as like at least iconic, I would say, as Scream, I feel like they could have gotten a lot more out of it than they did, and this just felt like it felt like just the movie set to music rather than a song about the movie, and I don't think that works for this band. This is a DOA for me.
All right. I will say that this was their kind of first foray into doing this, and I feel like
Mm.
they really perfected on the next album as far as how they handle the movies and how they get into them. Neither here nor there. I actually agree with Kyle on the aspect that to me this did feel like a bonus track. I completely understand why this did not make the album. It does what it needs to do under my rating system to get a sleigh. Also, my daughter, for whatever reason, really enjoys this, but she also loves the Scream franchise, and it might just be her love of that. So I'm giving it a sleigh for Zoe and for achieving what I needed it to as far as giving me the feels of the movie. But as a song in and of itself, yeah, it would probably be a survives because I do feel like this ended up being a bonus track for a reason. Um, After what you said, Kyle, about cultural appropriation, it's fitting that you are kicking off with track 15, the cover of Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Here's the problem that we have.
Kyle, talk about the second Michael Jackson cover you've had to cover this week.
He wept.
Well, that will be on an episode later where we did an episode of covers with me and two of my siblings.
I am so proud of you, Kyle. You just made a horror movie reference and didn't even know you did it.
Oh dear. We did an episode of covers with me and two of my siblings, and Ryland brought white artists doing three black classics to the covers episode, which was a choice on his part.
Hey, it was an unintentional choice. It wasn't like I was sitting there going, "How can I piss off my cousins the most?" Like,
here's the thing. I really love Thriller as a song, like the original song. I quite love the the aura of it. Michael Jackson's the whole vocals, the instrumentation is incredible, and obviously Vincent Price is a great outro. There's it just it all of the essence and aura of Thriller is just completely sucked out of it and is left with a pretty bare bones, straight, but like to the genre interpretation of it. Um, I am more critical of the Alien Ant Farm cover of Smooth Criminal than I think a lot of people are, because I do think it's again it's one of those things. But at least it felt like they loved that song and had a genuine love of like the kind of whatever of it. This didn't feel that way to me, and I might be wrong in that, but it didn't feel that way to me. It just felt like, oh, this would be a fun cover to do because we don't play like that, like Michael Jackson. It's a really famous song. It felt uh, it didn't work for me at all. It is. I referred to this as a Ryland specialty, white ass class version of Black Classic. Um,
Oh, shit.
this is a DOA for me. I am sorry.
I'm not. I mean, it's a survives for me. It's Thriller. I enjoy Spencer's voice and singing. I agree. I didn't really feel like they came into this as someone who loves Thriller. They have another cover of Elvis Presley's "Can't Help Falling in Love with You," which is the song that me and my wife danced to at our first dance at our wedding. I think I enjoy that cover better. That's also from The Conjuring 2. They which is why we agreed on that song. Neither here nor there. Yeah, no, it was fine. It was just fine for me. So it's a survives. Vince.
Okay, so hold up. Come back to me.
Yep. Katie.
Okay. Anyways, I feel like most bands, or like the bands that I can think of, have done a cover of like a very popular song and made it the genre that they are accustomed to. Like they did this, but like Fall Out Boys done beat it, and like Alien Ant Farm did Smooth Criminal, which I don't like that cover, but that's just me. This one's like fine. Like there's like those screaming like undertones throughout it. It's not like the exact same like beat, I guess. Like he switches up like how he places the words versus the original. I mean, it does have a great ass guitar solo. I will say, I did write that. Like, and I love a guitar solo. So like, I it survives. Like, again, they have better covers, so this one's fun.
All right, Vince.
Okay, so I thought it was the perfect cover choice for the album, given what the theme of the album was with horror and stuff like that. You look at Thriller, especially if you look at the music video with the zombies and everything. I thought it worked. I was listening to it. I was like, yeah, this fucking makes sense. I actually enjoyed the cover. And I fucking love the OG version of Thriller, obviously for Michael Jackson itself, but also because it reminds me of La Parka. And La Parka, that's his classic theme song until WWE bought out AAA and they didn't want to pay for the copyrights to Michael Jackson, which I get, it might be expensive, but still, you pay those expenses. Regardless of the fact, if they can't use Michael Jackson's Thriller, maybe they can use Ice Nine Kills Thriller and give him more of an edgy, like Penta Dark theme for LA Park, or not LA Park,
LA Park.
LA Park 2. Bring him back. They used to do like rock guitars on WCW, so maybe that would work for LA Park. No, I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. It's definitely gonna get a slay for me. That's actually something I might actually go back and listen to, actually, without Matt making me do it. So
beautiful, Rylan.
It's a DOA for me. As someone who has brought a Michael Jackson cover by a white man to a group of my cousins who are black, I feel like, and by the way, if I can do a small little plug, that's the cover they liked. But no, it was really aggressive for Michael Jackson, for me, and just I've learned to really fall back in love with Michael Jackson this summer, because of my staff at work.
Just this summer.
No, literally just this summer. I like songs I've never heard or never really paid attention to. I've really learned to fall back in love with Michael Jackson, and this made me very just like, no. So it's definitely a DOA for me.
Yeah, it's not even the Jacko parts for me. It's the Vincent Price stuff that really irked me.
Okay. All right, we got 4 songs in about 16 minutes. I think we can do this. And I'm glad I get to start again with a song that I have opinions on. I've already given my opinions on A Grave Mistake. So these last few acoustic versions of songs are going to be based on the acoustic versus the original and how I feel about them. A Grave Mistake is getting a DOA just because I don't feel like it needed an acoustic version of this song. I don't feel like it was really adding anything to the song to make an acoustic version of an already balladed song. It's pretty, it's fine, it's nice. There are other songs on this album I would have loved an acoustic version of, like An American Nightmare, rather than something that I already understood all of the lyrics for. So that's a DOA for me on the acoustic version. Vince?
Yeah, I kind of agree with you here. The A Grave Mistake acoustic version, that was my whole thing. I was like, I was listening to it, and it just kind of felt like I felt like I listened to this already. I was like, oh wait, no wonder it's on the album earlier. It's so very similar. You don't see too much of it just differentiating itself from the original version, except just like more acoustic on the nose. My only notes was it might push the original version to a slay, which it did. And I didn't hate this as an acoustic version because I don't think some songs should be made acoustic versions. That's just my personal opinion, but this one was okay. It's manageable, but I think it's only because it didn't change that much from the original. So it's gonna survive.
All right, Katie.
Okay. Well,
Jeffries.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
I like the acoustic version. I might be alone, and that's A-O-fucking-K with me. The original is... I saw someone describe this in a comment, and I can agree. The original is, like, more, like, aggressive versus this one. Maybe because it's, like, the acoustic version, it's more grief sounding, which makes
Yes.
it like more heartbreaking, which makes it better to me. Plus, Spencer's fucking high notes. Get out of my face. That man can sing his ass off. It's getting a sleigh.
Getting
I
a
love a
sleigh.
male
Rylan.
singer who can hit the highs. That's what I need.
Riley can definitely hit the highs. I know that for
Okay.
a fact.
Not those highs.
Listen, it's almost been 2 hours. It's not quite there anymore. No, great mistake. It was okay. Like it was definitely survives. I kind of agree. It didn't need an acoustic version. Like it just kind of like it was already a ballad, and like it was a good ballad. I was a ballad I enjoyed. So I'm definitely gonna say that it survived.
All right, Kyle.
Stripping what was in this song, like the energy of this song, away, just sort of reveals how nothing this song kind of is. Like that was the big problem that I had with the acoustic version. Is like you've really like I didn't necessarily love Grave Mistake, but I quite enjoyed it. Whereas this was just it was really disappointing. I agree. Wholeheartedly. It didn't need an acoustic version. I don't think it really helped it or did anything to it. And if we were going to do acoustic versions of the songs on this album, I could have thought of 5 other songs I would have rather heard acoustic versions of, and this one just didn't work for me. And whereas some of the other ones I had different feelings about, this one was just disappointing. So DOA on that one.
Acoustic version of Rockin' the Boat so we can get another version of our sea shanty. That's what we need. Vince,
Yes.
tell me about your thoughts on Stabbing in the Dark. This is featuring Matt Heafy, who is from a band called Trivium. He was also listed in 2023 as one of Loudwire's 10 best clean singers in metalcore.
So like I said, some songs I feel like don't need an acoustic version. In general, I thought this was sort of in that ballpark. The more I listened to it, the more I gave it a chance, but that's just because I like Stabbing in the Dark so much, and I think that just kind of overseeded that. I'm gonna say it survives barely, but like it's edging on DOA for me, and that's just my personal taste. Not because I think it's bad. I just don't personally like some acoustic covers or acoustic versions of songs, and I just don't think they're as necessary. I just think there's a time and place for acoustic. I didn't think this was it, but this wasn't horrible. So this wasn't horrible. So it gets to survives, and I just made that decision as this podcast went along because I had it written down as a DOA.
Seeing as we've already covered this song on a thing, you're about to get gangbanged, but that's okay. Katie, Stabbing in the Dark acoustic.
I like the acoustic for this one. It's besides like a great mistake that I'm the only one that actually loved the acoustic version of. This is the other one that I truly do really, really love. For some reason, all of their acoustic songs, again, besides Great Mistake, are like folky. Like they have like that folk-ish music type vibe to them with the guitar, and this one does too. But I like it, and maybe because like it is my second favorite song on the album as itself. It gets a sleigh. It's fun. It's a fun time.
All right. Rylan?
Matt Heafy, is it Heafy?
Yeah, I think so.
Ify.
I think he helps. But like this needs less stabbing. Like it just it's just not one that like I immediately was drawn to and thought, man, I would love to hear that acoustic. And I've heard it acoustic. You know what I mean? But I didn't need to hear it acoustic again. It's a song that like yes. No, yeah, no. It just it was kind of just meh. It wasn't as good as the other acoustic version, and I really hope it's not the same one. But I don't think it is.
That we listened to on Wallop.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Yeah, no, it's
This
the,
Yeah.
It's this one.
Is it really?
yes.
Okay, well then I like the heavier version better this time, and the acoustic version less this time.
Interesting.
I agree with Rylan here. He's on the
I
money.
don't know where to go with this. I don't know what just happened.
Because you really liked this the first time you heard it, Kyle.
I know.
Yeah, I still really like it. I'm not confused about the song. I'm confused about Rylan. Where we I feel like, did we listen to two different songs? No, I love this song. Like, obviously I heard this when you brought it, and I thought the acoustic was really good. I thought it had some interesting ideas. It's not perfect. There are parts where it feels a half step away from Enrique Iglesias with the Spanish guitar on there. And maybe you heard Spanish guitar, because I don't think I'm crazy here. Anywho, I do think that the song is very good. It's campy without being over the top. It's well put together. The instrumentation's solid. This is about as good as it gets here, so it's an easy slate for me.
9-bit?
All right.
Isn't it 8-bit?
No, they put it as 9-bit, and I don't know why they do this. I didn't hear about this, but I didn't end up listening to it, though I am.
No, I told you there's a 9-bit version, and then there's also an orchestral version where it's just the orchestral to all of the music. I love Stabbing in the Dark acoustic. I liked the acoustic before I fell in love with the original, and like I said, the original is probably one of my favorite songs on the album. I think this is absolutely beautiful. I disagree. I think it needed all the stabbing, and it was fantastic. This is what I wanted when I talked about their acoustic shit for other songs. So this is a sleigh for me. I also have lost track of who I'm supposed to start with. So I know. Well,
You
I
started
know we
with
did
me last
Kyle.
time.
I know we did Kyle for Thriller.
Yeah.
And then we did Katie for A Grave Mistake.
Yeah.
No, you did not.
Oh, did I not?
No.
Well, I was
Maybe
supposed
start
to.
with Katie for this one.
Yeah, no, Katie. Give us your thoughts on Savage's acoustic.
It's fine. Again, I only gave it what I gave it before because the music video is fun as fuck, and I love Spencer. The song itself is whatever. And even like acoustic feels more right for this song for whatever reason. To me, but it's also just, again, when I don't really care for it that much, but I'll give it it survives.
All right, it survives. Rylan?
Probably it survives as well. Like, I like the original. It's another one that I'm like, we didn't need an acoustic version of this song. But that's fine. It's yeah, no, yeah, it's just definitely a survives. There's parts of it that are good, but like, I don't know. The heavy part of it for me was kind of the drawing point.
Kyle?
I can't believe I'm saying this. I found this one kind of boring, to be honest with you. I didn't mind the original. I thought, again, I had no, well, I was up and down on it. Like, it was poppy and catchy, but I don't think taking it to the acoustic did. Like, I wish it leaned into its poppier, like, mode a little bit more, and they made it into a more pop rock song on the acoustic. This just felt kind of, there wasn't a lot to it, and I was kind of, let down by that. So it's a DOA for me.
Yeah, DOA. Listen, I didn't like Savages for the fact that it doesn't give me Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and then making it acoustic takes it so much farther from Texas Chainsaw Massacre than it already was that this just doesn't do it for me. the only good parts about the song that we talked about that feels like it was from a 2K soundtrack was the energy that it brought. And when you, again, sap all of that energy away and you bring it, this was not a song that needed an acoustic version. It's a DOA. Vince?
I'm with you, man. DOA. I wasn't really the biggest fan of the regular version. Again, 2K, same things. Let me just regurgitate the same things you said. And again, I'm just like very anti-acoustic on some songs, and especially with this album, it doesn't feel like any song really should be an acoustic song, given that the vibe and the horror franchise that you're trying to go for. Personally speaking, so yeah, it's a DOA. I don't think anything can save this song for me.
All right. And our last track, Thank God It's Friday, acoustic, featuring Ari Lehman. For those of you who are unfamiliar, Ari Lehman was he is a musician now, but as a child, he was the actor who played Jason in the original Friday the 13th. And also, side note, the DJ at my wedding knew Ari Lehman and sent me a personal video from Ari Lehman congratulating me on getting married that I have saved and kept. So I have the original Jason Voorhees wishing me a happy marriage, which is really fucking cool for me. I will say there is one awkward part in this acoustic when they do the knife in the one hand, axe in the other, that just always kind of hits me a certain way that I'm not a fan of. Other than that, I think Thank God It's Friday works really well as an acoustic song, and it is a slay for me. It's also my daughter's favorite version of this song and the one that she asked me to play the most. So,
Okay.
Thank God It's Friday gets a slay. Vince?
It's another DOA. Again, same things. I'm not an acoustic guy. I don't think songs need acoustic versions. I've said this multiple times. DOA, DOA, DOA. Thank God it's Friday. No, thank God it's over and we're done with the acoustic song.
Wow. That's funny.
You're going to drown in all your sins tonight, Vince. Katie,
Oh my god.
it's Saturday, but thank God it's Friday.
It's actually technically Sunday.
It is Sunday. It is Sunday. Where
Only for
No,
you people in the
no.
fucking future.
You guys are in the fucking future. We still got an hour left in Saturday.
future bitches.
East Coast to the East Coast.
That's a time machine shit.
I'm a time traveler. What can I say? This one was fun. I don't know. I liked Stabbing in the Dark's acoustic, I think, more, but this one was still good. And like, I love the duet. It's like that works. Plus, like it being the original Jason is kind of fucking cool. So it survives.
Rylan?
I didn't like this one to begin with. Just like it was I will it was better. It was better acoustic than it was, I think, Full Throttle. Yeah, it survives. It survives.
All right. Kyle.
Take a shot every time you hear them say "Curse of Crystal Lake." I
Oh my god.
I didn't really enjoy this. Which is just, I don't know. It's not awful, but again, there was an element of this where it felt like the acoustic stripped more away than I wish it would have. I feel like there was some middle ground between this more like almost ballady version of this than and the original. And I feel like a middle ground might have hit better for me, and I might have actually like enjoyed it because I was not, again, the heavier stuff in the original. I was not a big fan of. Yeah, it just felt like it tried to be more emotional and whatever than I think it necessarily warranted. So it's a DOA, unfortunately, to end this.
Right at 2 hours. It is a DOA for our last song. Real quick, Vince, would you want to come back for another Ice Nine Kills album?
If you really want me for it, I would.
Literally,
Okay.
nobody's twisting your leg. Like, you don't have to if you don't want to.
No, that's what I'm saying. If Matt really wants me to do it, then I would do it. But if I don't need to, then...
there are no bonus tracks. Well, no, there might be bonus tracks and acoustic versions. There
I don't
are.
remember.
So, yeah, there's one for.
I guess it would
Psycho
depend
song.
on how
Shower
much
scene.
off the
Shower scene.
the track we get. You know, if we detour too much off the road and go off the highway, then maybe not, I guess.
No, Welcome to Horrorwood is very concise. Rylan, what about you? Would you come back?
I was like, guys, I love you guys. Like, I would absolutely come back. Why you want me? I don't understand. Like I don't get it.
Well, when you figure out why Callie wants you, that'll be the answer for why we want you.
I don't think I'm gonna figure that out for a long time. All right, like,
Just ask her. Just ask her.
Just ask
yeah,
her.
I feel like. I'm kidding. She's watching. God damn it. Kyle.
Are you asking me? Here's the thing. I'll come, but I know why you're inviting me. So
As
so
long as
long
you
as
come,
you're
Kyle, that's the only thing that matters to him.
I just want Kyle to be
Vicente.
Kyle. That's all I want.
if you're bringing me with the understanding that I am here to be the Debbie Downer of the group, I'm absolutely down to do it again.
I don't know. Vince kind of took that role today. I don't know.
Vince definitely took that role today. And the next album is also a lot more theatrical, so we'll see how you feel about it.
Yeah, the fuck it is.
When we get to it. All right. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for getting us through this getting off version of Wallop Records. I love you guys. It was great. I had fun. Kyle and or Rylan, please plug where they can find Wallop Records and Wallop Media in general.
Wallop Media, youtube.com/Wallop Media Inc. Every Friday we have a new show dropping. Every Friday to Saturday to Sunday we have the audio versions dropping. Just because I am exhausted by the end of the Friday. So like if you're listening on the audio in 2026, you're behind the times, and we're not paying as much attention. No, I'm just kidding. But no,
That's all I listen to is the audio.
Oh, damn it. All right, well, enjoy the Pearl Jam show, I guess. I don't know. Pearl Jam and Paul Simon. No, other than that, Kyle, do we have anything else?
I mean, we talked about it. We're reviewing covers with my siblings coming up later this month, so be sure to check that out.
Yes, I bring a lot of powerful black music that I make white people sing, I guess, or I bring white people singing it, and one song goes over really well. So
I brought Childish Gambino covering Garth Brooks, so like we're trying.
No, you did not. No, you did not. You brought Childish Gambino covering Chris Gaines. That's different.
That is different. That is fucking different. No, I was excited for a second, and now I'm just mad. Vince,
Yes,
Vince, can you add to the Wallop Media information and what you have going on?
Well, yes, because we rent in the same building. We got our own rooms. 606 Saturdays on Wallop Media. You can find it there, but also on the at 606 Universe on YouTube and at social media. We drop an episode every single week. Right, the last 2 weeks we've been doing a relaunch of prior episodes that we recorded, just to get more viewers that might have missed it the first time around. Next stuff that's coming up, we're going to be talking about the MCU. So you're very interested into what we think of like the latest happenings in the MCU, what will happen in the MCU. Stay tuned for that. We will be doing NBA jersey stuff, more wrestling stuff, and more basketball stuff. So if you like all that stuff at 606 Universe, check that out. Hang out with me and Bosch.
All right, Miss Katie Kinsey, Bay, Sheila Showcase.
You can follow me on Twitter, KittyWrestling13. The link to I'm about to ticket everything Sheila Showcase. Twitch.tv/Sheila Showcase. YouTube.com/Sheila Showcase. Typical Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern-ish. However, this week is Wednesday after Dynamite because I'm busy on Thursday. And next month is the 5-year show. So things will be happening. But that's next month, and I have so much shit to do for it, but I don't have time. So why are you dancing?
5 years.
5 years, baby. We're celebrating.
I've been podcasting for 6. The show turns 5. The show can finally go to kindergarten.
Just like my daughter did on Thursday. Hi, Mango. You guys can follow me everywhere at Getting Off. YouTube.com/Creation World. Go watch the videos. We would appreciate it. For Miss Katie Kinsey, Bay, SES Vince, Kyle and Rylan from Wallop Media.
And
It
mango.
is now time to put the lotion in the basket, bid farewell, and close the casket.